Welcomes you to the following presentation of the National Football League.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to the Tar Heel State, where the legacy of the late, great Sam Mills lives on with each pound of the drum. And that means we are ready for football here at Bank of America Stadium in Uptown Charlotte. Tonight, it's the Thursday opener for the new NFL season, as it'll be the Philadelphia Eagles taking on the Carolina Panthers. On the Eagles sideline, head coach Nick Sirianni. His guys ready to get this one going. His counterpart on the other side, the Panthers' Dave Canales. His guys ready to show out in front of the home fans as they try to send them home happy at the end of this one. About set to begin another week of football, and happy to have you along. We are underway on Thursday night prime time. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Philly's offense getting ready, and Jalen Hurts ready to lead them. The second-round pick who started his career at Alabama, then finished with an electric senior season at Oklahoma.
Tremendous production in college at two different universities, and this is a guy who was a finalist for the Heisman Trophy. Still much more of a runner than a thrower, but has plenty of arm and is capable of making the big throws downfield. And don't underestimate his ability to think the game. Remember, he's the son of a coach.
16 yards. And an Eagles first down.
This short throw caught by Goddard. Brought down, but after we saw a flashy little move, stopped short of the 40. From the 42-yard line, here's second down and 3. Throwing is Hurts. Now he'll tuck this and run. Hurts dangerous when he runs that football. He's got a first.
As he came to the line of scrimmage, he knew he didn't need much to reset the chain, so when he saw the space he needed, no hesitation. He went to the marker and got his guys a first down.
Hurts sets up to throw it. He's got Smith here. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. 14 yards there and an Eagle first down.
That's another Eagles first down. First and 10 at the 22.
Hurts. This one goes out wide for Barkley. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
Eagles first down.
From the gun, it's Hurts. Quick hitter here, it's complete. That's good for a gain of 6, second and goal.
A 6-yard pickup. Brings up second and goal at the 40-yard
Here's Hurts to throw. Now he's going to go down just outside of the 5, right around the 6-yard line. Now whistles and a stoppage here. Looks like one of the Eagles is in some discomfort out there. Well, just the last thing you want to see here in the first quarter of a new season. Hopefully nothing serious. We'll step aside for a moment. They'll send a receiver here in motion right. They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. His pass caught at the 4. Touchdown! Dallas Goedert from 6 yards away. And the Eagles are on the board here first in the season opener. Excellent start there. First drive of the season. Big-time success putting it in the end zone.
And remember, that was done without any real map of how to do it. In other words, the deeper you get into the season, you got game film to work off of, tendencies to work off of. The first drive of the season, things can be entirely different than what you've seen in the past. It's a really good job of execution by them.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Now a hit and a loose football. And I believe he was able to get this back. He was. Boy, after giving up the touchdown, lucky that didn't turn into another. So here are the Panthers now for their opening drive. And a look at a guy, definitely got a little razzle-dazzle to him. Can do it with his arm or his legs. Their mobile QB.
Let's go.
They go play action here on 1st down. There's a short throw caught by Sanders. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. 1st down.
First down.
Hey, go steal.
1st and 10 at the
Hey,
38-yard
rest
line.
set.
They run here with Rico Dowdle. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
A 7-yard pickup.
Down.
Brings up 2nd and
A first carry for the Canadian-born Chuba Hubbard. And great blocking downfield as he's got this almost to the 35-yard line. That good for 19 and a 1st down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the
Ready.
36-yard line.
He'll drop to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end.
Ready.
Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1.
A gain of 5.
Here we go.
Brings up
2nd and 5.
at the 31-yard.
Checks this down to Hubbard. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
That's another Panthers first down.
Come on, set.
1st and 10 at the 25.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a 1st down.
Panthers first down. 1st and 10 at the
Let's go now.
14-yard line.
A give up the middle, Hubbard. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Ready.
Here's 2nd and 8. Evans has it left side. And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
Ready. Ready.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. And the Panthers turned away on 4th down. And this 10-play drive winds up yielding nothing. The throw right side here going to be incomplete.
Not sure what you're thinking here, partner, but I believe the officials have done a nice job here getting together and then coming out and indicating that there was a receiver in the area.
Absolutely, and he was in the area. Correct call made, no grounding. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
And the punter Bailey on now as he sends this one away. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And the Panthers will take over in terrific field position.
Let's punt.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. There's a short throw caught by Sanders. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 14 yards, good for a Panther first.
Places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
They'll come up facing 3rd and 5.
It's a gain of 2.
Down.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
They'll look to throw here. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Rico Dowdle, 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Panthers are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Ryan Fitzgerald now to add the extra point. And he starts his new year off on the right foot as well, as this kick is good. Just a 4-play drive that time. And Carolina scores to cap it off. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard.
7-7, our score after 1. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Eagles in possession, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw. This will be caught once again by Brown. And that's good for a gain of 6, and it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
They'll give it to Barkley off the option play. And a lane slowly materializing there as he'll get maybe a yard up to the 45. 3rd and 2.
It's a gain of a yard. And it's 3rd down.
They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down.
I know they want to go for it here, and I know that their fans want them to go for it, but listen, I'm going to play head coach right here and look at the facts. Tie game, plus, even if you get the 1st, you still got a half a field to go. I'll go ahead and punt the football myself.
They'll try and run the option. Hurts fumbles it. And this is going to be recovered by a member of the offense, but whistles come in. Remember, on fourth down, that becomes a dead ball if anyone other than the fumbler himself recovers. So it'll come back to the spot of the fumble, and that will mean that's going to wind up being a turnover on downs. Now the offense for the Panthers here getting the football back. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. A good job defensively to hold that to 4 yards, and now it's 3rd down. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th.
Ryan Fitzgerald on for the field goal. A 61-yard attempt.
And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. Well, Charles, the NFL record is 66 yards. That was 5 shy of that, but only a handful of guys have ever connected from 61 or deeper, and he can add his name to the list.
Yeah, more and more guys are trying it. That doesn't mean the success rate has gone up. That is a long kick. Guaranteed, when he turns on his phone after the game, a ton of congratulatory texts will be awaiting him.
Eagles set and ready for their next offensive drive. They're coming off a 4th down gamble that last drive that backfired CD, but really not as badly as it could. Their defense held up and only gave up 3 points.
And what they want to do is play off the momentum the defense gave them. Only giving up the 3 points in that situation after they failed on 4th down. Now they want to make it pay off. They want to pay homage to the defense and have their own drive pay off in points for themselves.
So from the 37, here's 2nd down and 8. He'll look to throw. Quick slant here to Smith. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
They go play action with Hurts. He'll try to pick it up himself. And he will have the first down, but he winds up paying for it pretty good.
That's good for an Eagles first down.
Good.
A gain of 7.
Off the play fake, here's Hurts. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. And from the 41, this is 2nd and a yard.
Brings up 2nd and a yard.
Up the middle with Barkley. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Oh, and Hurts is going to be hit and taken down to the ground. And now that brings up 4th down there, a loss of 6 yards on the sack. On is Jake Bailey to send this one away. And this works out well as it'll kick out of bounds at the 11-yard line. Carolina getting set to take the field. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. The big gainer there on the catch and run, 37 yards.
That's good for a Panthers first down.
On the run, it's Dowdle. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 47-yard line.
Drill, 52. Ready?
They run again to Dowdle. And he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
And he's got this down to the 35. A good-looking drive so far for the Panthers and a first down here. 2 minutes remaining in the first half, 10-7, our score.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down, and I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
They run here with Dowdle. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
Okay.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
First down. First and 10 at the 17-yard line.
And here's a handoff out of the gun. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8.
Back to throw here. This is caught by McMillan. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. 14-yard touchdown as his guys are able to extend their lead. Good throw there, and I don't want to blow it too out of proportion, but he looks a lot more comfortable in his 2nd season.
You can tell he put the work in the offseason, and what I mean by that is understanding the playbook. Not just the plays and how to execute them, but how to do it against a variety of defenses. Also understands his team better, what they can and cannot do. You can see the confidence rising in him as he plays.
Point after, right down the middle. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And the end result, a Panthers touchdown. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The Eagles offense back out onto the field.
Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty.
Brown goes in motion left.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. Calling a gain of 3 on the play. And that'll bring up 2nd down. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. They'll set up to throw. Complete. Smith has it. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts.
So as they talk it over, we step aside. Here's 3rd and 9. Throwing is Hurts. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
The Eagles will take their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime.
Hurts. He delivers another to Goddard, complete.
And he'll be brought down right on the 50. A gain of 3.
4 yards on the pickup.
And now they come up and spike it to stop the clock.
Here's 3rd and 6.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Now Hurts. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. They'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And this one sails out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25. It will. 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here.
And with a 17-7 lead, maybe they're just looking to get into the locker room.
They'll come out throwing here on first down.
That's complete to Chuba Hubbard.
And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. A gain of 10 as they look to add on to this 10-point lead. So from the 36 now, first and 10.
Now he'll tuck this and run. That one complete to Ligon.
The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime.
First and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Back to throw now on first down. Throw left side complete. That's Evans. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last two plays.
I know that no game in the NFL is ever easy, but they're making it look that way. Everything is being done with such precision. Just on this drive alone, 3 plays, 3 first downs. If you're on defense, you're scrambling, looking at each other, trying to figure out how are we going to slow these guys down.
12 more yards there and another first down.
First and 10 at the 21-yard line.
And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. He hit his first, this one from 38. And his kick is good. And that will do it for this first half.
So halftime is upon us on Thursday night primetime, and we go off to Orlando. And Scott Hansen for our halftime report.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you for a quick halftime report. We'll let both sides catch their breath and get their orange wedges as we're going to get ready for the third quarter action. So let's go back out to the stadium as we rejoin our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Scott, thanks very much. And we welcome all of you back here on EA Sports for quarter number 3. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And he takes this near the 25, just a little past there, call it the 26. And the Panthers going to take over here to start quarter number 3.
Looking to put a drive together.
Seal, black. Ready, hut, hut.
They go play action here on first down.
There's a short throw caught by Sanders. Second down and 6 now.
A gain of 4. It's now second and 6 at the 30-yard line.
And he'll run on the inside handoff.
And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a third down and 6.
No gain on the play.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And this won't do it. He needed 6. He only got halfway there.
Ready.
They're going to try and throw.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
It's a gain of 21 yards. That's good for a Panthers first down. First and 10 at the 46-yard
So from Philadelphia
line.
territory now, here's a first and 10 at the 46.
Let's ready.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rush just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
41 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
2nd and goal at the 9-yard line.
Here we go.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Toward the pylon, caught. That catch good for 8, but still, it's 3rd and goal now.
Smash! Smash! Set! 52 blue! Set cut!
Dowdle is into the end zone for a Panthers touchdown.
Well, he's been the workhorse on this drive, and it would have been unfair to bring someone else in to finish the job. So they go back to him again, and he delivers with a touchdown run.
On is Fitzgerald now for the PAT.
And that one pushes the lead up to an even 20. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run.
Following the touchdown, this is Fitzgerald now to send this one away.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. So here are the Eagles now as they get set for their first possession of the 2nd half.
Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10
at their 35-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. It'll go as a gain of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop it behind the line. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Here's Hurts to throw.
Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack.
Derek Brown now with his 2nd sack here on opening night.
The Eagles send out their punter now as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Panthers will take over now 1st and 10.
The Carolina offense about ready to go.
There have been no struggles here for this crew. I mean, they were up double digits at halftime, and they've just expanded that here in the 2nd half.
And it appears there are no answers from the defensive side. I think right now, if I'm the coordinator, if I'm down on the field, if I'm wearing a hat, I've already thrown it. If it's a visor, it's sail, right? My game plan is down by my feet right now because nothing I've drawn up appears to be working.
Well, he's going to have to find something right now to stop this offense.
Ready?
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop it behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Ready.
They'll look to throw. That's to the tight end, Evans. And he has another first down as he'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 42.
It's a gain of 14 yards. And the Panthers first down.
Smash, red.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
On play action, they'll throw. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
Well, I think he's as fine with that incompletion as a quarterback can be, in all honesty. He avoided his first sack of the game, and he did have a chance of connecting for yardage, just unable to on that throw.
On second down, he'll try and run the counter. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41. If they want a first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on third down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And it's knocked away and incomplete. So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it, and that will extend their lead even further. So 3 more points tacked on, and this margin getting more comfortable by the minute.
And with the lead where it is, you can actually feel good about field goals. We talk all the time about scoring 6s, not 3s. But in this case, they're just looking to chew up some time and come away with points.
So now after the field goal, Fitzgerald back out there to send this one away. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one. Eagles offense back out getting set for this next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Hurts sets up to throw it. This short throw caught by Goddard. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And that will bring up second down.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up second and 3 at the 44-yard line.
Now Hurts on the option right. And maybe the wrong read there as he's going to go down immediately. It goes as a loss of 6. And now third down. Fourth quarter coming up here on Thursday Night Primetime. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. We're back now in Charlotte. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. From the gun, it's Hurts. And incomplete on the deep ball.
They're at the point of the ball game now where they've got to take some chances. They've got to put the ball in the air and just see what happens. But this defense knows that all too well.
They're going on 4th down with Hurts. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. So this offense able to convert on 4th, and now a fresh set of downs here. 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. Got a man. It's Brown. It'll be a gain of 5. And that's going to bring up second down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up second and 5. At the Panthers 41.
Now flags come in here. Looked like one of the Eagles might have moved. Oh, jumping early from his tight end spot. Maybe trying to get a jump start on that route.
Yeah, I think you're exactly right about that. And oftentimes when you see that, that means the play call was supposed to come in his direction, and he was eager to go catch a pass.
This short throw caught by Goddard. So the completion good for 6 yards. And this will wind up being a 3rd and 3.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
Again, he'll drop to throw.
That is caught. And he is going to have an Eagles first down, and he was able to get it by plenty. A gain of 8 on 3rd and 3.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
A handoff to Barkley on the option.
He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
This 2nd and 4.
A 6-yard pickup.
Hurts fumbles it.
And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Eagles first down. 1st and 10 at the 21-yard.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. This one goes out wide for Barkley.
They'll wind up getting just a yard. And it'll be 2nd down.
At the 20-yard line. 1-yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9.
They'll drop to throw. But it's caught on the right side at Smith. And he's going to get forward for about 5, but that may be coming back. What say you, Mr. Referee? Well, your QB's been sacked 4 times in the game already, and they're the holding call.
And you know darn well the offensive line coach is frustrated and upset that he's been hit that many times already. He doesn't really care that they hold now. Just don't let him get hit anymore.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty.
Throwing is Hurts.
They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. That's a gain of 11. Would have been a first down if not for that penalty moments ago.
Hurts.
Touchdown, Eagles! From 19 yards away.
And the Eagles get a bit closer. Eagles offense staying out there. Of course, Hurts always a threat to run. They'll go for 2.
2-point conversion.
They'll try and throw for it. And now the pressure gets there, and he goes down. So he couldn't get rid of the football, and that deficit stays right where it is. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And it looks like the Panthers' hands team does its job. Now they're down big here in the 4th. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
Here now, 2nd and 4.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw.
That is caught. He finds McMillan.
And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds.
Altogether, a pretty shaky start to the year for this defense as they defend another 1st and 10.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he is out of bounds inside the 30.
50 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. 2nd down and 4.
2nd and 4.
Strike. Check striker. Let's go.
Straight ahead with Hubbard.
And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Well, I don't think there's any question, Brandon, at this stage, the stop troops, the defensive guys, they got to use their 3 timeouts here. They've got to stop them and get the ball back.
Yeah, if you're in that 2 to 3 score deficit window that they're in now, you got to get it ASAP.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Stop them, use your timeouts. Easier to move the ball on offense without timeouts than to stop them on defense without using them.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. And he'll get about 4 there as he takes it from the 10 down to the 6. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down 4th quarter, looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to.
And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. It's their quarterback with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And the Panthers are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their 4th quarter lead. Fitzgerald now for the extra point. And the lead is now 24. So that drive goes 8 plays. And it's capped off by a touchdown run of 6 yards. Following the touchdown, this is Fitzgerald now to send this one away. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Here comes Eagle offense now as they get set to take over here. And no doubt this is not the way that they had hoped to open their season. Thoroughly outplayed here in front of the national audience. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything. This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for them. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Oh, and Hurts is going to be hit and taken down to the ground. DJ Waddle in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. The Eagles send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he'll take it just outside the 40. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50, 1st and 10. Good starting position for the Panthers as they come up 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Here we ready?
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And across the midfield stripe into Eagle territory. And the Eagles with a dime look. 6 DBs on 3rd down.
Ready.
Now back to throw. He'll try and do this himself. And that is incomplete.
As a corner, you have to be able to run with guys step for step downfield in man coverage and make up ground quickly in zone. You have to put yourself in position to make plays, just like that one we saw there.
Wow, I mean, it's so rare to even see one attempted from that distance, CD, let alone converted, but he came through with confidence and matches what was Tom Dempsey's 43-year NFL record at one point of 63 yards.
Yeah, I can still see that highlight of Dempsey making that kick, and nowadays we see it a little bit differently because, remember, Dempsey was a straight-on kicker. But these guys nowadays, the range keeps increasing, and they keep putting it through the posts.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. And the ball on the 30. Here's 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Smith. And he gets this up to the 34, out of bounds there. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And that'll leave him with a 3rd and just a yard. And it's complete, right back in the hands of Smith. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Only able to gain a couple there, and that'll make it 2nd down. And one of the whistles for a timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Hurts. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. DJ Waddle, his 2nd sack of the night. Oh, wait, hold everything. A timeout has been called. Seemingly silly with 1 second remaining in this game. One final shot. They'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game.
Well, partner, the season officially underway. It was great to be back with you, obviously, but the first game of the year, always a special one, and love, I know you do too, love having it on a Thursday night.
Yeah, I think it makes it special, right? It makes it so that everyone is just watching, all eyes on it on a special night like that. I think it's going to be a great season, partner. Can't wait for the next several months. We know there are going to be surprises all the way through the season. And before we know it, we'll be talking about opening up on a Thursday night again next season.
So for Carolina, they begin the new campaign with a victory here in front of the home crowd in the Thursday opener. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week, where they take on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Meanwhile, for Philadelphia, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll be on the road next week as they get a date with the Seahawks in Seattle. And for Charles Davis and our entire
The 2026 season has arrived. I'm Scott Hansen, and this is your EA Sports Weekly Recap for Week 1. Plenty to get you caught up on. We begin in Charlotte. The Panthers at home to take on the Philadelphia Eagles. And it's the Panthers quarterback. He had a heck of a game. This, one of 2 touchdown passes. He also ran for a score. The Panthers wind up winning this one in front of the home crowd to begin the new season. Next up, let's go out to Glendale, Arizona, checking in on the Cardinals at home to take on Washington. And this is Michael Wilson. Just get his hands on the football and let him do the rest. It's going to wind up as a 53-yard touchdown. The Cardinals took care of business. They win it by 5. Lastly, let's go out to Arrowhead. The Chiefs hosting the Denver Broncos. And it's Patrick Mahomes. He'll find Travis Kelce's understudy. That's Noah Gray. Middle of the end zone, touchdown. The Chiefs move to 1-0. They get the victory in the season opener. And that'll do it for us. After a fun first week, let's do it again, shall we? Scott Hanson here in Orlando. Good night from EA Sports.
Well, we're about 5 miles northwest of downtown Tampa at beautiful Raymond James Stadium near Florida's Gulf Coast. Today, after a topsy-turvy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here, as it'll be the Carolina Panthers taking on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. On the visitors' sideline, their head coach. His guys got the season started on a high note, a home victory in the opener. Across from him on the Bucs sideline, Todd Bowles. His guys also winners in week 1, so a couple of 1-0 teams ready to get after it here. Two teams here fresh off week 1 victories. Who can keep it going as we're underway on EA Sports? And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 35-yard line. So out come the Bucs now for their first drive. They will be led out by the Heisman Trophy winner from 2018 from Oklahoma, Baker Mayfield.
And he's a guy who plays with a lot of emotion. He's learned how to channel it really positively, because when he throws the football downfield and makes a big play, he'll be the first guy downfield to celebrate with you. But also, when his team needs that confidence, when they need that jolt, they turn to him, and he's ready to provide it.
And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage.
Now, during that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort.
Mayfield looks to throw. That is caught. McMillan with it. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
That's good for a first down. First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
On first and 10, here's Irvin.
And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. Second and 6.
Now you see the numbers for Irving in last week's ball game.
North of 100 yards, the 2 scores. And, you know, you got to give a lot of credit to the O-line. We talked a lot about him, but offensive line was good, too.
They're obviously in sync with each other, whether it's zone blocking, power running game, no matter what. He understands how to read them and find the creases that they provide.
It's a gain of 20. Complete to Emeka Egbuka. First and 10.
Here's Mayfield. Now he's going to step up and run. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Second down and a yard.
Brings up second and 1.
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. So they don't even need to run a second down play. Give them the first.
And typically when we see this jumping, isn't it usually third down, fourth down? They got him on second down. I think that's a lack of discipline.
Baker going to give it to Irving.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers.
Bucky Irving, his 3rd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Buccaneers get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon.
Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0.
And he won't quite make it to the 25.
So here are the Panthers now for their opening drive. And a glance here at their shifty mobile signal caller.
We talk so much about how coaches script things, especially on offense, to start a season, to start a game, whatever it is. Could they have scripted a better start in terms of playing? Offensive player of the week in the NFC, and his team won their season opener.
Absolutely perfect start to the year, but all the talk was, hey, that was week 1. Now we got to move forward.
Let's do it again in week 2. That's what he's told his teammates.
Now a first carry here for the running back. And a penalty flag down as he gets only about a yard. And let's listen in on the call.
So it's the big left tackle who gets tagged with a hold.
And sometimes you're actually executing the block well, and he starts to slip off of you, and instinctively you reach out and grab him. And when it's done like that, it's often seen by the official and called.
They get 2 yards back, but they're going to need a lot more than that here on third down.
Well, this defense for the Buccaneers, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defensive coordinator about their performance last week, because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up fourth down. On fourth down, here's Sam Martin on to kick it away. It's taken to the 26. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. And you see his numbers from a week ago. He was up over 100 yards then, and he's already hit pay dirt here once in this one.
We always talk about quarterbacks and receivers getting into rhythm, right? Really feeling good, finding each other downfield. I think running backs operate the same way. They can hit a good rhythm and a good stride, and he's carrying it over from last week.
Straight ahead, it's Irving. A solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
An unfortunate time for the penalty there. That cancels out a positive play from this offense.
Well, not to sound too trite or too accepting, but you and I both know it happens. You got to accept it and move on. Yardage, you got to get back. Focus on the next play and move on.
The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd down at the 48-yard line.
180.
Throwing, Mayfield.
This is caught by McMillan. 3rd and 3.
It's a pickup of 13. Leads to 3rd down and 3.
Mayfield to throw it. And that will be incomplete.
That's not the first time they've gone his way on this drive, and they were obviously keyed into him because they were there to help break that pass up.
And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And that will extend their lead even further.
So another scoring drive there, Charles, and an early 2-score lead.
You'd like the 6 there, partner, but you'll take the 3, and I think they have to be happy about the way they moved the ball in these first 2 drives. They have to feel good about their opportunities the rest of the game.
The Panthers coming back out onto the field for their 2nd drive.
Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game, but I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
2 yards still to go. 3rd down now.
They'll look to throw here. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Ready.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw.
Got a man. That's Ligon.
And he's brought down. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a 1st down again.
Panthers, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Hands it off out of the gun.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. So the 1st down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Back to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Give him 9 yards on the 2nd down screen play. Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And this is going to lead to another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 24-yard line.
That's another Panthers 1st down. A gain of 12. 1st down. Panthers.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. They'll set up a throw. Under pressure, and they get to him again.
Quay Walker came through to make the sack.
And that's their 1st sack of this game, but how about last week? 6 sacks, great coverage downfield, which helped that pass rush. They are really working in sync right now.
Room to maneuver at the 35. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. 10-0 the score after one on EA Sports. Panther football to start quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 4th down coming up. And his kick is indeed good. And they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. So a good job there to kind of weather the storm in that first quarter and come back with their first points of the ball game.
Yeah, you hate to be coming from behind early on, but you're exactly right. They took some time, able to move the ball, and now it's back to a 10-3 game.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. So here are the Bucs to take over on offense. They've got the lead right now in this ball game, and they're on the heels of that nice win last week over the Packers.
180.
They go play action. Mayfield. Now we're going to get a timeout. Here's we've got an injured Buccaneer. Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. Mayfield now. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down. Tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to loft it deep right sideline. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Blake Gillikin on to punt now on 4th down. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. That's pulled in at the 32. That'll go as a 42-yard punt, but a net of 32. They had a 10-yard return. And it will be the Panthers' ball, 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together.
Here we go.
They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he's able to get across midfield and down into Buccaneer territory.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
And they'll run on 1st down with Hubbard. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1.
Brings up 2nd and a yard.
And they'll go again here with Hubbard. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
That's good for a Panthers 1st down.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Finding Evans here, going across the middle of the field. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets him up 1st and goal.
That's another Panthers 1st down. First and goal.
Looking to throw. He'll get this to his running back, Dowdle. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. Nice gain of 8 that time, and it's 2nd and goal.
At the 1-yard line.
Ready. Hut, hut.
They'll look to throw. They'll run the screen with Hubbard. Touchdown, Panthers. Chuba Hubbard, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Panthers are an extra point away from drawing level. Ryan Fitzgerald now to add the extra point. And he'll put it through, and that evens us up at 10 apiece. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And Carolina scores to cap it off.
Ryan Fitzgerald to kick off for Carolina.
All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. gets around him. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. Now we're going to get a timeout. Appears we've got an injured Buccaneer. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And Charles, these early season in-division games are always interesting because you're still kind of figuring yourself out, but you want to know as much as you can about the opponent, especially when it's a division matchup. So I'm curious to see how the rest of this one plays out.
Yeah, that's a good point because they're still trying to work things out. They don't know everything about their own team, let alone trying to figure out their opponent. But you got to do both on the fly, don't you? While the game's being played, figure it out both ways and try and find a way to win.
Now a 2nd and 10.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Mayfield looking middle, and he finds McMillan. 20. Down the sideline he goes. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Jalen McMillan, 48 yards. And the Bucs have taken the lead. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And that makes it a 17-10 score. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. The Panthers offense and running back Rico Dowdle headed back onto the field. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They came out not so hot. The first quarter, they were sputtering a little bit, but they seem to have stayed the course and really righted the ship here in the second.
Well, let's face it, all the preparation that goes into getting ready for a game, all the scouting reports, the practice, the repetition, sometimes you get a little bit of a lull to start things off. Maybe you get a little flat, but if you put in that time, you put in that effort, it can come back to you, and that's what we're seeing so far.
Now can they keep that momentum going?
Come on.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And this is going to be a Panthers first down as he's able to get this up past the 40.
And the Panthers first down. An 8-yard pickup. First down.
On play action, they'll throw. This is caught by Evans. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
Good work there. You're going to see on play action, they run an out route with the receiver on the outside and let the tight end work the seam in the area beyond him. A great concept, and it leads to a first down.
Here we go. Set. Cut.
They go play action here on first down. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. Now 2nd and 3. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And this is incomplete. The Panthers on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
It's now 4th down.
Get ready.
They'll set up to throw. And it's going to be batted down, and we'll go the other way with the football. Now Mayfield and the Bucs come up on 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. On the ground, it's Irving to start the drive. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. They have the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Now Mayfield. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. A give running right, it's Hubbard. He'll take it inside the 25.
I feel like I can see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. agree. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
On the set.
2nd and 6.
Right, 97. Set.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. And a short gain here down to the 22. Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4. Now he's going to step up and run. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. It would be a very makeable field goal try from here, but instead they're going to go for it.
Down. Black, 95. Cut.
He'll drop to throw. It's complete. Swings it out to his running back. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Back to throw now on 1st down. He gets this one to Hubbard, complete. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in.
And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Panthers are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point splits the uprights, and that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. 17-17 the score, all even to this point as the kick's away. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. Well, the Bucs going to take over now late in this first half. And they've got just under 50 seconds, so time enough to try to work their way downfield if they so choose. Throw right side, taken in by Godwin. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. To throw, Mayfield. Looking for Godwin again, and he's got him once more. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. They'll try and run here with Irvin. Oh, able to avoid him. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 45 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Mayfield looks to throw. To the right side, catch made by Ibuka. The Bucs forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. And that went to the right side and incomplete.
And a smart play there. He's probably saying, I wish I would have done that on the last drive instead of throwing the interception.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Throwing, Mayfield. And that one too wide and incomplete. Blake Gillikin on to punt here as he'll send this one away. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Here we go. Hey.
2nd and 1. Now he'll tuck this and run. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. They'll throw now on the final play. They'll drop that down to Hubbard. So we are deadlocked at the break here, and the EA Sports Halftime Report starts now. Here's Scott Hanson.
Okay, Brandon, thank you. Week 1 was full of surprises, full of intrigue, and a lot of firsts for the young players. What will Week 2 bring? Let's dive in. Our tour around the NFL starts now at Paycor Stadium in Cincinnati. The Bengals at home to take on their AFC North rivals, the Cleveland Browns. And here's the Bengals wideout. One of his 2 touchdown catches in the game coming right here. From there, let's go up to the Motor City. Let's look in on the Lions. They're playing host to the New Orleans Saints. And this is the Saints quarterback. He connects on the touchdown pass 18 yards away. The Saints, looking for a 2-0 start, they lead at the half. Got one more to show you right now. Let's go to Foxborough. It's the Patriots taking on the Jets. And this is Trevion Henderson. The team got into the red zone. He gets into the end zone. A 10-yard touchdown run. This one's at halftime, and it's the Patriots with the...
And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. Powering forward. And it'll end there as he goes out of bounds, but a heck of a return all the way inside the opposite 40. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll start the third quarter here on the ground. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. 2nd down and 3.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. Here now, 3rd and a yard.
3rd and 1.
Let's go now.
They'll try and run for this with Hubbard. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Chuba Hubbard, his 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Panthers have broken our tie as they take the lead. Extra point right down the middle. And they will take a 7-point lead. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it was Chuba Hubbard who finished it off with a touchdown run. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Here comes the Buccaneers offense. They get their first reps of the second half. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
They'll stay on the ground with Irving. And shedding the tackle, and now some room. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. 2nd down and a little more than a yard here.
Brings up 2nd and a yard at the 43-yard line.
Mayfield to throw it. The pass is caught by Cade Otton. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 46. A run up the middle with Irving. And a good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 35-yard line.
12 more yards. That's another Buccaneers first down. 1st and 10.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Here's 2nd and 10.
Brings up 2nd and 10. At the
Mayfield now. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. Derek Brown breaking through to get him to the ground. It's a loss of 7. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by J.C. Horn. And the Panthers are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. So here are the Panthers set to take over. They were victorious a week ago over Philadelphia. They lead here as well as they start out 1st and 10. And that is incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. And let's see, the Bucs with 6 DBs, so a dime set here on 3rd down. He'll look to throw. It's a loss of 14 that time. And it'll be 4th down. Here's Sam Martin now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And they will take over 1st and 10. Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. He's had a good performance, moved the ball effectively on the ground. Of course, he has the 1 touchdown.
And when you're able to move it as effectively as you've described, that leads to finding a way into the end zone. And now he's just trying to do it for a 2nd time. And, of course, with that comes additional yardage.
Yeah, looking for additional yardage. And, again, that 2nd score here in the 3rd quarter. From the gun, Mayfield. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that brings up 3rd and a full 10 yards.
3rd and 10.
Here's Mayfield. Pass taken in by his big tight end. How did he stay on his feet? And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he gets all the way down inside the 20-yard line. Now, rather than risk anything, Mayfield here, he's going to call a timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. They'll give him 4 yards there, and it'll be 2nd down.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 11.
And the slot man goes in motion left. To throw again on 2nd down. Mayfield. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Jalen McMillan with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Bucs are an extra point away from evening this one up. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And that will tie us at 24. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Panthers offense here, they get ready to head back on the field. We got a brand new ball game, all even after that last touchdown, so every drive now becoming a little more critical here in the 2nd half. Now a play fake here on 1st down. That one complete to Lieberman. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled.
Here we go.
A running play, it's down, and he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. It's 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 36. There's a short throw caught by Sanders. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10.
First and 10 at the 23-yard
A handoff as they run the counter play. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Check White. Set Hut. Hut.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10.
67 yards rushing for him in the ball game now on 14 carries.
Let's go.
A give up the middle, Hubbard.
And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown.
Chuba Hubbard
Taking it in from 11 yards out.
And the Panthers have taken the lead here in the final seconds of the third quarter.
Well, 3 scores in this game. I think that deserves some type of a broad gesture. I know in hockey, that's called a hat trick, and people throw their hats out on the ice. What about us? What can we do for this guy?
Well, if I'm his teammates, I'm buying him a little steak dinner tonight, right? At least a skirt steak, probably a filet.
Oh, you're going big. I like that.
Yeah, I mean, skirt at minimum,
skirt
filet
steak.
at
Come
maximum.
on. You can't give the guy a skirt steak.
That's
He
true.
scores 3
Filet,
times.
filet,
There you go.
10 ounce, 16 ounce.
Porterhouse.
Fine. Back now in Tampa. For the fourth quarter, we'll begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the third quarter.
Fitzgerald to kick off for Carolina.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Shifts by him.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The Tampa Bay offense set to go again. And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this fourth quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. Quick throw, and Mayfield completes it.
And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
Mayfield.
At the 34-yard line.
And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. So they'll wind up losing 5 yards on the play. And that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first.
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead them to 4th down. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Take it at the 37. It's a 42-yard punt, but 8 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over.
The possession of the football goes over to Carolina.
They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things.
Touchdown, Carolina!
Rico Dowdle.
His 3rd touchdown now on the year.
And the Panthers are on their way to a 2-0 start.
Heck of a start to his season. He had 2 touchdowns in the opener last week, another one here in week 2.
Well, I don't want to call him a touchdown machine this early, but sometimes you get locked in, and you feel good about things. You get into that zone, and those touchdowns come in bunches. He may be off to that kind of a start.
It's like he was shot out of a cannon. I would imagine success this early, great momentum going forward for the rest of the year.
He keeps this up, they'll soon be chanting MVP anytime he touches the ball.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead now up to 14.
Ryan Fitzgerald to kick off.
Following the touchdown, this is Fitzgerald now to send this one away. And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line of the end zone. So this ball will come out to the 30 now. Now Mayfield and the Bucs come up on 1st and 10
at their 35-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. So give them 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And it's second down.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
On the handoff, this is Irvin. And slow going there as he'll only get a yard, maybe, up to the 41.
Taken down at the 41.
The Bucs on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 4.
20.
They'll drop the throw. Pressure comes and down goes Baker Mayfield. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Desperation time. Mayfield on 4th down. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have the Buccaneers 1st down on what will be a big play there on 4th and long. Now Mayfield. Looking middle, and he finds McMillan. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll give him a short yardage situation here for 2nd down.
At the Panthers' 37-yard line.
They're going to look to throw. Now Mayfield lost the football. And the Panthers have recovered. A disappointing end of the sequence there. He was starting to turn nothing into something, and then he lost the football.
And sometimes things get lost in the transition. And what I mean by that is you go from being a passer to a runner. And at a certain point, once you cross the line of scrimmage, you're strictly a runner now. There's no more downfield threat. Make sure you take care of the football while you're traversing downfield.
Throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete.
They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's a perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row,
breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. An excellent pickup of 34 yards.
Well, this offense really looking polished these first couple of weeks. Here's 1st and 10. From the gun, they'll try to run it.
And he'll be taken down just shy of the red zone at the 21.
Tackle made at the 21-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and
2 yards to go, 2nd down. They'll run out of the gun. It's Hubbard.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina.
Chuba Hubbard.
A 21-yard touchdown run.
And the Panthers are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. On is Fitzgerald now for the PAT.
And the lead now to 3 touchdowns and 21 points. So that drive, 4 plays.
And it was Chuba Hubbard who finished it off with a touchdown run.
Ryan Fitzgerald to kick off for Carolina.
Following the touchdown, this is Fitzgerald now to send this one away. And this one over the back line of the end zone. Well, they definitely don't want to give him a shot at returning it. That's obvious. So the ball will come out to the 30.
The Buccaneers in good field position here to start out 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line.
180.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
and this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
And a 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw.
Open man is Ibuka.
And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30.
Work to do here to avoid falling to 1-1, but this is 1st and 10 right now.
And they'll send the slot in motion left.
32-yard line.
Mayfield with it once more. And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete. 2nd and 10.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
To throw, Mayfield. To the right side, hauled in by McMillan. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
Brings up 3rd and 2.
On 3rd down, they go with Irving. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. There's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
That's another Buccaneers first down. 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Mayfield looks to throw. To the right side, catch made by Ibuka. 2 yards on the pickup there. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
12-yard line. A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8.
Throwing, Mayfield. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line.
That's good for a first down.
Irving fighting, but he won't get too far. Maybe a yard. That's all. Down to the 2.
It's a gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd.
On 2nd and goal, Mayfield. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. This likely a must-have, 3rd and goal. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
Well, Brandon, we see why it's a team game there, because there's a sigh of relief that they just released defensively. If he's able to get that one away, that's likely a touchdown. But instead, that pressure from the front got to him and forced the incompletion.
You're right. He had him open, just a split. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. Looking to put a drive together. They'll start this drive out on the ground. He's able to force his way through one man, but he can muster only about a yard on the play. 2nd down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory.
Ready.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And a catch right side by Evans. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a 1st down. Well, clear running situation, trying to take time off the clock. He ran the previous play, set that play action up nicely.
Boy, did they ever, because they'd shown the ability to run the football. So now you lose your keys as a defense. You dive for the running play, and they hit them over the top.
And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here.
Defense.
And the movement there coming from the middle of the line.
And you understand he wants to get off the ball quickly, but the ball's right in front of him. He has to watch it move first.
They will come up on a 1st and 5 following the encroachment penalty.
60 red. 60 red. Hut. Ready?
Now it looks like he'll throw here. They'll run the screen with Hubbard. So give him 2 yards there on the completion. And it'll be 2nd down. Out of the gun, here's the give to Hubbard. And this is going to be a Panthers 1st down as the tackle made at about the 43-yard line. And carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
They were looking to throw, holding on the big right tackle.
That's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide. Usually going to pick up a holding call.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere.
Ready, set.
Brings up
Ready, go.
They'll set up to throw. Oh, it's It's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave him with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
He'll try and do this himself.
And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. A solid run of 11 there as he tucked it and ran, but he's still short of the marker at its 4th.
Ready, cut.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And the Panthers turned away on 4th down. And that will force a turnover on downs. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call. One last shot from Mayfield here. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. So this one is over. A victory for Carolina. And we talked so much about the turnover battle determining who wins and who loses. This game, no exception. They didn't turn the ball over at all, and they go on to victory.
They look like a smooth operation in this one, didn't they? Because you look at every facet of the game, they handled their business. Offense took care of the football, converted it into points. Defense took the ball away, gave it back to the offense. Special teams right there with them. That's the type of game a coach is going to really love and value. And when they show the film, they have to be careful not to give out too many kudos and kill their motivation going forward.
So for the Panthers, it's an early road victory as they move to 2-0 now on the young season. And they'll have another road date next week with the Cincinnati Bengals. Meanwhile, for the Bucs,